Mother's Day, a day for flowers, a day for brunches, a day for hand-drawn cards sticky with glitter and glue. It is a beautiful day, a day set aside to honor mothers. We celebrate their love, we remember their sacrifices, we cherish their influence. Mother's Day is more than a Hallmark holiday. It's a holy pause, a time to reflect on the profound impact mothers have. They shape our lives in countless ways. From the moment we are born, their love surrounds us. They are our first teachers, our cheerleaders, our confidants. Mothers are the keepers of our stories. They pass down traditions. They whisper wisdom into our hearts. And for many of us, our mothers are the ones who first introduced us to the love of God. Their faith leaves an indelible mark on our souls. This Mother's Day, I want to honor the women who have shaped my faith. These are the women whose love pointed me to Jesus. They are the women who prayed me through difficult seasons. They are the women who showed me the true meaning of grace. The Bible tells us in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 5, I am reminded of your sincere faith, which first lived in your grandmother Lois, and in your mother Eunice, and, I am persuaded, now lives in you also. This verse speaks to the power of generational faith, the faith that is passed down from one generation to the next, like a precious heirloom, a legacy more valuable than gold. I am incredibly blessed to come from a long line of faithful women who loved God with all their hearts, souls, minds, and strength. Their faith has been a guiding light in my life, a beacon of hope in times of darkness. Their stories of faith have been woven into the fabric of my being. Their prayers have echoed through generations. I am who I am today because of their unwavering love for God. Their influence continues to ripple outwards. This Mother's Day, I want to share their stories. I want to celebrate their lives. I want to honor their legacies. These are the women who shaped my faith. My grandmother was a woman of quiet strength. She lived through difficult times, times of war, times of loss, times of uncertainty. But through it all, her faith never wavered. She was a woman of prayer. Every morning she would kneel beside her bed and pray. She prayed for her family, she prayed for her church, she prayed for the world. I can still picture her there, her head bowed, her hands clasped together. My grandmother's faith was a quiet force. It wasn't flashy or loud, but it was real, it was authentic, and it was contagious. She didn't preach to me about God. She showed me God's love through her actions, through her kindness, through her compassion. My grandmother taught me that faith is more than just words. It's about how you live your life. She showed me that true faith is lived out in the everyday moments, in the quiet moments of prayer, in the way we love our neighbors, in the way we extend grace to those who don't deserve it. My grandmother, an Anglican by tradition, was unapologetically firm in her convictions. One memory of her stands out vividly. Whenever she was asked to partake in idol worship, she would respond calmly, but with unwavering certainty, I have been baptized, and I do not do that. Then she would quietly walk away. I wasn't even born again at the time, but her resolve left a deep impression on me. She taught me the importance of drawing a line in the sand when it comes to spiritual conviction. Her faith was not merely cultural, it was anchored, lived, and firm. She stood boldly, even when it meant standing alone. I didn't know it then, but seeds were being sown in my heart. Women in the ministry faithful, courageous, and kind. I also want to honor the many women within the SSM ministry who have encouraged the vision, stood in prayer, served with excellence, and carried the mission with love. You may not always be seen, but your work is felt, your impact is real, and your faith is deeply valued. Thank you for walking alongside us. These women are the backbone of our community, embodying the essence of faithfulness and courage. From organizing events to leading prayer groups, their dedication is unwavering. They have shown that true strength lies not in being in the spotlight, but in serving tirelessly behind the scenes. Their kindness radiates through every interaction, creating an atmosphere of love and acceptance. They have been the silent warriors, the prayerful supporters, and the compassionate leaders who have made our ministry what it is today. To all the women of SSM, your contributions are immeasurable. Your faith has moved mountains, your courage has inspired many, and your kindness has touched countless hearts. We see you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for your unwavering support and love. No tribute would be complete without acknowledging my wife, Claudia. Since 2018, when we started the SSM ministry in our home in Winnipeg, she has been the quiet force behind so much of what we've accomplished. Whether it's welcoming guests, preparing the space for worship, or just creating a peaceful environment for fellowship, her fingerprints are everywhere. She has supported me with humility and grace. Her faith, patience, and strength have been pillars not only in our family but in the ministry. SSM would not be what it is today without her. Her devotion, both as a mother and as a servant of God, inspires me daily. I thank God for giving me such a powerful and gentle partner. When I think of prayer warriors, I think of my late aunt. Her love for prayer was unmatched. Even during my biblical training, when I hit a wall of discouragement and nearly gave up, I sent all my books to her as if to say, I'm done. But her steadfast prayers and example kept pulling me back. She was a beacon of quiet strength and unwavering faith. Her prayers were not just words, they were a lifeline that connected her to God and in turn, connected me to my purpose. I remember her small, cluttered room where she would spend hours in prayer, her gentle voice rising and falling in intercession. It was a sanctuary, a sacred space where heaven met earth. Today, my love for prayer can be traced back to her quiet, persistent intercession. She prayed not only with her words but with her life. Her life was a living testimony of the power of prayer, and it left an indelible mark on my soul. Through her, I learned that prayer is not just a ritual but a relationship, a lifeline that sustains and empowers. Her legacy of prayer lives on in me, and every time I kneel to pray, I feel her presence, guiding and encouraging me to keep the faith. She taught me that prayer is not just about asking, but about aligning oneself with God's will, trusting in His timing and believing in His promises. Her life was a testament to the transformative power of prayer, and I am forever grateful for her example. Another woman who played a pivotal role in my journey was someone I hadn't even planned to meet in a spiritual context. I had gone to a friend's house to talk about our upcoming tests. Little did I know, God had orchestrated a divine appointment. A woman was there, preaching the word with boldness and compassion. I was captivated, and I remember asking her to help me find Jesus. She did. She obeyed the prompting of the Spirit and became the vessel through which I received salvation. I will never forget her obedience. Her willingness to share the gospel in that moment changed the course of my life. It was through her that I truly encountered the love of Christ and began my personal walk with Him. This meeting was not a coincidence, it was a divine intervention that set me on a path of faith and purpose. As I reflect on my spiritual journey, I am reminded that God uses people in the most unexpected ways to fulfill His plans. This woman, whose name I might not even remember, played a crucial role in my spiritual awakening. Her boldness and compassion were instrumental in leading me to Christ, and for that, I am eternally grateful. If my grandmother demonstrated the power of steadfast faith, my mother revealed what it meant to have an intimate relationship with God. She was the first person I ever heard refer to God as Father. When she said, "Father said," there was no debate, it was settled. Her life was guided by His voice, and her devotion was inspiring. She made it her mission to ensure our home was a place of prayer. Morning devotions weren't optional, they were essential. I can still hear her voice waking everyone up, urging us to start the day in God's presence. Now, as I look back, I realize how much of my spiritual sensitivity and prayer discipline were nurtured in those early morning hours. Though my mother and grandmother have both gone to be with the Lord, I am walking in the spiritual legacy they left behind. I'm reaping a harvest I did not sow, and for that, I am forever grateful. On this Mother's Day, I reflect with awe and gratitude. The women who shaped my faith, my grandmother, my mother, a preacher, my aunt, my wife, and many others, have all demonstrated what it looks like to walk with God in different seasons and settings. They sowed seeds when I was unaware, prayed prayers I didn't hear, and built a foundation I now stand on. To all the mothers, spiritual mothers, aunts, sisters, and daughters, thank you. You may not always see the fruit right away, but your labor in the Lord is never in vain. 1 Corinthians 15:58. You are raising nations, nurturing leaders, and interceding for destinies. To everyone who supports, partners with, and prays for this ministry, thank you. We are in this together, and your encouragement matters. Happy Mother's Day to all the incredible women out there. Your faith shapes the future. Your love reflects the heart of God, and your devotion will be remembered for generations to come. Elvis Ihiji.